Okay, let's look at this concept. So sometimes you'll have data like this month from January 2018 to February 2019, and every month there is like a data points for H2S ppm from January 18 to February 2019. And you want to make sure if any of the data is an outlier, is maybe because of human error, because maybe the device is not calibrated, a number that does not belong to the actual. Okay, let's look at the first procedure of how to find an outlier of a data point. Of course, if you find an outlier, you have to take it off the data points. So the title of this is Outlier for an Air Pollution Data. If you plot a box and whisker plot, you can see that the data after the plot will show Q1 and Q3 and IQR. So this way we could represent the data and we could see if there is an outlier outside this data point. Okay? So this is the 25%, 75% percentiles, and this will be mentioned a lot in the notes. But now we will try to show you of how to take the outliers from the data points. First of all, we have to find Q1. Remember, Q1 is here. This is Q1. Okay, so Q1 is Q1. So I will take this graph here. Okay, take the graph here, and I'll try to solve Q1 or Q1 that is at this point from the data point equal quarter, and you click the last one, and then you select the numbers from here up all the way to there, and then you should put comma, and you select the first quarter, the 25 percentile. You close the parentheses, and that will give you 36.5. Fine. This is Q1. Next, you find Q3. We do the same thing. Equal, quartile, and then this one all the way to 11, and then comma, and the third quartile, 75 percentile. Close the parentheses. 113. And then you find the IQR. The IQR, you can see the difference between Q3 and Q1. Okay, so IQR, you can see it from Q3 and Q1. So the difference between Q3 minus Q1, and that is the IQR. Now, what is needed to determine if there's an outlier or not an outlier is to look for the upper bound and the lower bound. Okay, so let's look for the upper bound. The upper bound is by subtracting, the lower bound is subtracting, the upper bound is the addition, so equal Q3. So let me put that here. So I'll put the equation for, you're going to find the equation in the notes, but I'll put it here too. Q3, not the small letter, Q3 plus 1.5, and you will see why we put 1.5 in the notes, times the IQR. IQR, capital letter, IQR, and then you close this. So this is the equation for the upper bound, Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR, and you can see it here, 1.5 times IQR and 1.5 times IQR. So in the upper bound, it's plus. In the lower bound, it's a minus. So here, it is still, now this is the lower bound. The lower bound, we should take Q1. Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR. IQR, this is Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR. And then we could determine the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. What is Q3? We should make equal. What's Q3? This one plus, open the parentheses, 1.5 times IQR. So this is 227.5, which is the same number that we have, but I'm trying to solve it for you right now. And then later on, the lower bound, Q1, put equal, Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR minus 78.25. So the lower bound is minus 78.25 and the upper bound is 227.5. Now we want to put the true and false that I have in this column and we will put it here. So I will try to show you how to do the other one. Outlier. Is it true? True outlier or not a true outlier? Here we're going to put true and false. So let's do it like this. We're going to have equal or. So this is the or. This is the logic that is this number 33 is greater than. Okay, greater than the upper bound. So what is the upper bound? The upper bound is this. But we want to fix this upper bound. That's why we want to copy the cells and paste it on the other cells. So we're going to put a dollar sign like this to fix the upper bound. Okay, and this we have it like that, comma, and then the same number, 33, less than. Now, we did the upper bound, now we have to put the lower bound. Lower bound minus 78.5, but this we have to put the dollar sign, which means that we are fixing this number. We don't want, once we copy and paste, it will give you the next number. We want this one to be fixed for all our calculation. And then you close it. And they'll tell me if it's true or it's false. Now, you do copy. And then you paste the same code we put for the other one to see if there is false or true. Now you can see that this is not an outlier, not an outlier, not an outlier, which means this number. Not here, 231, this is an outlier, true. So we have to remove this from our analysis. Same thing here, 320 is a true outlier. Everything else are not an outlier. So for this data collection, we found out that there is two outliers. Data point that has 231 ppm and a data point that has 320 ppm. So this is for outlier, and we'll show you the next concept in the next few videos.